Previously on Super Cringe Roleplay.
Can we get the man a kilt, please?
Yes, he was crying when he left.
Yeah, Britney Spears. Don't put us through this torture every episode.
That was her pronouncement.
Hey, Burton, I think this was a bad idea.
I'm either gonna get a hit with this thing, or I'm selling it first chance I get.
Chicago. What the hell's got that place?
Use smaller words.
Mr. Knockturnall.
I'm not doing anything with this broom. I'm playing Quidditch, remember?
That was my second question.
200 on me to win.
Okay. Is it just you or you and your partner?
That's a valid question.
And now, back to our story.
Hello, and welcome back to Super Cringe Roleplay. I'm Aaron Hannington, the Game Master for this season, joined by Mike and Chris.
Greetings.
Buckle up.
And also joined by Nat.
Hello, my learned friends.
That was nice.
Our adventurers last left off.
We probably should address one obvious thing before we keep
Oh,
going.
yes, we are missing Clint tonight. He is home nursing himself, so not making a joke out of you.
I
Clint.
told you he had big jugs.
Hopefully he'll get better, and we'll have him here in a couple of episodes.
Mama.
Don't get sick around this bunch. Our adventurers last left off. They made a deal with Mr. Steele to get Smudge, the goblin, upon their team. They went back to Lord Maldoon and informed him that they cleaned out the Thieves' Run. Upon doing this, Lord Maldoon offered Jokester and Knockturnall a spot in the Thieves Guild, which they both accepted. They went on a little shopping trip. Not Knockturnall, but Burden and Jokester fought in the pits again. With the help of the good doctor, they succeeded. Went on another shopping trip, found a job to go down in the mines and eradicate some ants. And they left off in the rooms, getting ready to go to bed, where the good doctor found some artwork that Knockturnall made for him. And that's where we'll pick up. With your perception roll, after finding the statue, Dr. Straw, you notice that the room has been put together after something might have happened. The desks are one side of the room, both beds are tucked into a corner. Everything that was on the two shelves are stuffed onto one shelf, and the blankets and the sheets are just kind of haphazardly thrown on the bed.
Looks fine to me.
So, Mr. Knockturnall, how was your Quidditch game?
It went really well. I won again. Thank you for asking.
The solo Quidditch games are the best.
They are. I'm 100% win rate. Batting 1,000.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to turn in for the evening.
Yeah, I think I will too.
So, you guys lay down to go to bed?
I'm gonna wait
Okay.
for him to fall asleep.
And since I noticed that the room is different, I'm going to stay awake and pretend to be asleep.
Okay. So, do a deception check, and you do a insight check.
$16.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
So you know he's not asleep, but he's acting like he's asleep.
I'm aware of it.
Yes, you are very aware that he is not asleep.
Seems we reached an impasse.
Knock him all the way out. I'm sorry, I'm not there.
Like open one eye and then close it again real quick.
I think he's playing peekaboo with me. I'll grab the Wall Street Journal on the coffee table and read a little.
Okay, so you start reading. While this is going on, Burton, are you doing anything special? Are you going to bed?
Yes, I'm going to say I'm going to sleep. I'm tired of all this. Jokester, I wish you would just disappear. And then I look over at him and I wonder where he's at.
All right, so you turn in for the night.
I would say after about 15, 20 minutes, I get bored and actually fall asleep.
Okay. So he actually falls asleep, Nocturnal.
Nice. I need to stealth it up.
Okay.
27.
All right. So you're moving quietly.
Nice. I need to get my clay goblets out.
Okay.
Run through the floorboards.
You pop the floorboard. You grab your goblets up. Put the floorboard back. What do?
I'm gonna put the goblets in my backpack.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to sneak out the window.
Okay. Do a athletics.
Acrobatics?
Either or.
Yes. 16.
Okay. You succeed pretty good. You know, you don't fall.
I am a ninja after all. I always land on my feet. Like an adorable little kitten.
Little tabby cat.
That's the one.
All right.
So much for that 15-minute mark.
Yeah.
Oh no, like a cat. So.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, there you go.
So climb out the window. Climb down the willows. Since we're on that topic.
All right. So you get down on the ground. Where are you heading to?
I need to make my way to Cliffside.
Okay. So
The
you go
bar.
to the cliff's edge.
That's the one.
You get there. There's a couple large bouncers standing outside, and one of them kind of looks at you and he says, "You're being expected. Mr. Steele is in the third alcove on the left-hand side. You may enter."
Roger that.
You go inside this tavern, and it is very nice in here. The tables are large oak tables, highly polished. There's a bar on the back wall, stocked out. There's drinks out there that you have no clue what they are.
Top shelf stuff.
Yes.
I love it already.
Lining the left and right side of the walls are these little alcoves. Some of them you can't see in. There's like a magical barrier or something where you can't see or hear anything on the other side.
Nice.
And the third one in, Mr. Steele is coming out. He says, Nocturnal, please come, please.
Steele, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Doing all right.
Good. Come, let's talk.
Yes, sir.
Brings you in, says something in a language you don't understand, and all the noise and the bar just disappears. That little magical barrier appears.
So it's like a room.
Yep, it's about a 10 by 10 room. There's chairs that line the little alcove and a table in the middle. It's really nice in here, and Mr. Steele says nobody can hear or see anything that happens in here.
Amazing. Steele, I like your style.
Thank you. We like to be unnoticed in here. So,
I would agree with that.
what merchandise have you come upon that you need to move?
I got these clay goblets. And, need to kind of offload them.
Okay, let me see these goblets.
Pull the goblets out of my backpack.
Kind of looks at him and goes, you want to sell these? You think they're worth something?
There's more than meets the eye to these goblets.
Please do show me.
Break a piece of... I'll break a piece of clay off the goblets.
Okay.
And reveal that there's gold and gems on them.
He's like, oh, yes, do let me see. He takes a goblet from you, starts inspecting it, looks it over, flips it upside down, and goes, oh, Lord Maldoon's. Nice.
Those belong to Lord Muldoon.
Yes.
I mean, how did I come across these?
I don't know, but
Found them in a duffel bag.
I will sell them for you. The price will be, we'll say 50-50.
I'm agreeable to those terms.
Okay.
I just need to get rid of them.
I understand why.
Don't want to draw any more attention to myself.
He takes the goblets from you, puts them in a bag. He says, Lord Maldoon learned that you have taken a job. He's given me a couple of bags for you in Jokester to fill up while you're down there. Says,
The ant job.
yes.
Wow, word gets around here really fast.
Well, yes, Lord Maldoon has ears everywhere, except for here.
Good to know.
He goes, in these bags of holding, you'll fill them up as much as you can with platinum when you go down there, and then return them to Lord Maldoon.
I think we could do that.
Okay,
Will there be some kind of reward?
possibly. You know, if you keep something along the way, I'm not going to say. You know,
I can live with that.
and he says, and one more thing. He says, Smudge would like to keep in contact with you. He slides this earring over. He goes, that will keep you in communications as long as you're within 1 mile of him. His current location, if you go across the bridge in the northwest part of the city and go about a half mile, 3/4 of a mile downriver, you should be able to get a hold of him if you should need.
What's the range on these things again?
About a mile.
Mile?
Yes.
I grab it and I put it up here on my ear.
Okay. He goes, well, if you would like, the drinks are on me. And unless you have any further business, I will let you enjoy the rest of your evening.
That's it for now.
Okay.
Thank you. I truly appreciate this.
Yes. Go enjoy. Have a few drinks on me.
Yes, sir.
With that, he says a word, and the little magic barrier drops.
Nice.
So what do?
Let's go to the bar, grab a beer.
All right. Dr. Straw, roll a perception check for me.
9.
Okay. As you're sleeping, you feel a hand come across your face, and you hear a voice. Do not be afraid. Lord Maldoon wishes to see you. Come with me, please. He takes his hand out your mouth.
Thank you. Oh, hello, my learned friends. Dr. Brandon Straw here. If you're still watching the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're so inclined, we have a Patreon that you're more than welcome to join. Links down below. And now, back to the show.
And it's the second in command. He's like, please, get your stuff and come with me.
So I get geared up.
Okay.
What is the purpose of this encounter?
Mr. Lord Maldoon will inform you. I am not to say.
Very well.
You're not in trouble, so do not fear. And with that, he leads you down into the sewers.
Do I notice that he's gone when I get up?
Yes. Yeah, he is. Nobody's in his bed.
Okay.
The window's wide open, too.
I just make a mental note of it.
Okay. You go downstairs into the sewers. You follow him. It doesn't cover your head. Kind of figured that they're not concerned with you anymore. Brings you into this chamber, a very nice chamber, decked out in silks and pillows and chairs, and there's some fruits on a table. He says, please, make yourself comfortable. Lord Maldoon will be in momentarily.
Do you have any spirits while I'm waiting?
Yes, I will have someone bring in you some spirits.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I sit down at the table.
Okay. He leaves. Someone comes in, gives you a mug of ale, and he says, enjoy. Runs back off. About 5 minutes after that, Lord Maldoon enters. He says, Doctor, I'm glad you came down to see me. I have a job for you and your crew if you can convince them to go this direction. He goes, I have a couple of members up at the logging camp that are in need of your services. And while you're there, they're having some issues. Maybe you can clear up the issues while you and your team are there.
I wouldn't mind. I am curious about one thing.
Yes.
Why would you approach me first rather than your two newly anointed rogues?
Because they cannot heal. You can.
It does make sense.
There's no healers up at the logging camp. No druids, no clerics, nobody who dabbles in healing. So what I'm offering you is a spot in the Thieves Guild as one of our healers. There are not many of you, but we are in need, and I hope you take this opportunity.
The only guy who's actually stolen
I would be happy to assist you, Lord Maldoon.
Good. Glad to hear of it. And he hands you a coin. And he says, good. He goes, as soon as you can, and as long as the team agrees, please head up there. The two individuals will know that you're coming. I will send a magic message so they know to expect you.
And what are their names?
Their names would be...
Just so I know who I'm looking for.
It will be John the Fourth and Xena.
John the Fourth and
Xena.
Xena.
Yes. They control the books and most of the marketing sales of the logging camp.
Now, this Xena,
Yes.
are they a warrior of some kind?
Perhaps a princess?
No. No.
It's actually a dude.
I'm not going to make any assumptions, but... Okay, I will keep an eye out for John the Fourth and Xena.
Yes. Thank you, Doctor. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Sorry to disturb your slumber.
Not a problem, and thank you for the spirits.
Absolutely. And with that, he dismisses himself, and someone comes in to escort you whenever you're ready to go back to your room.
Mm-hmm.
Burden, I need you to roll a perception check.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
He's still in his
10.
room.
Huh?
Is he still in his room?
Yeah, he's still in his room.
10.
10. Okay. You wake up to a hand over your mouth and a voice saying, "Do not be alarmed. I need you to come with me. Lord Maldoon wishes to speak to you." Takes his hand off your mouth.
Am I in trouble?
No. If you were in trouble, you would not be breathing now.
Cool.
With that, you notice that Jokester is no longer in the room either. He is gone. He takes
I'm gonna pour one out for my dead homies.
he takes you down into the sewers, and they bring you to a chamber, a very dark chamber, lit by just a few candles. There's nothing in this room that you can see except for the several candles on small little shelves. And he says, "Lord Maldoon will be with you in a moment. Please be patient." And with that, he leaves. About 5-10 minutes later, Lord Maldoon comes in. The wall slides, and he steps in. The wall closes behind him. He says, Burden. I do hope you are not startled.
No, I'm used to waking up to strange men holding their hands over my mouth.
I really worry about your group.
As well you should.
I have concerns
We all do.
that some members may not be true to me.
Why would you have those concerns?
I have reasons.
Fair enough.
Now, seeing as how you have the skills to be better than some, we will say,
Your honesty speaks volumes.
I want you part of my secret team. I want you to gather information and report back to me of any shortcomings that may be happening within my organization that I do not see or hear about. This includes your own team. Can you do this?
I will be handsomely rewarded for my
But of course, and you cannot tell anybody you are part of the guild.
Tell anybody about what? I don't know what you're talking about, my lord.
Very good. Very good. He goes, now, if that is your coin. He goes, if someone approaches you,
My coin's better.
he says, if somebody should approach you and show you a coin similar to yours, you may divulge any information. Is this understood?
Crystal clear, my lord.
Now, when you get to other locations and get into the thieves' guilds there, the headmasters of each area, you may let them know you are part of the secret folds of our alliance.
Is his coin different from mine?
Yes.
You can't see it.
Now,
Just for continuity. I know I'm not in the same room.
with that, he says, enjoy the rest of your evening, Mr. Burden.
My lord,
Yes.
if I may. Since I'm going to be a part of your secret fold, I'd like to, at this point, try to persuade him to line my pocket with a tiny bit of coin for my efforts.
Roll a persuasion.
Getting greedy already.
Well, 22.
22. Very nice. He says, you will fit nicely in here, won't you?
I'd like to think so.
Takes out a small pouch, tosses it over to you. He says, consider that an advance.
Thank you, my lord. You are most gracious.
Just don't fail me and don't ever lie.
I can guarantee you this. I will never lie to you.
With that, the wall opens up, he walks through, and it closes behind him. Inside that pouch is 50 gold.
That cheap bastard. Oh, well. Give me a drink or two.
All right, Nocturnal, back to you. You enjoy a few drinks.
Is there a band playing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some
Kinda
nice
band.
music.
If it's Nickelback, I'm out.
No, nothing like Nickelback.
Thank God.
It's kind of like Celtic music right now playing.
I'm down.
It's a group of men and women. Most of them are dwarfs, actually, that are playing right now.
I don't discriminate. Like others. I'll stop and give him a listen.
Okay. So you listen for a while. How long do you stay at the tavern?
I'll just drink a beer.
Okay. And where do you go after you're done?
I'll head back to my room.
Okay. So, I want both of you just to roll a 20. You don't have to add anything to it. I just want like a timeline is what it will be.
15.
8.
Okay. So, Nocturnal, you climbing back through the window? Okay. Do athletics or acrobats, whichever you want.
24.
Okay. You crawl back through the window,
Ninja.
shut the window, turn around, and Dr. Straw is not in his bed.
That's not good. I'll curl up into my bed and pretend like I've been sleeping the whole time.
Cry yourself to sleep.
So do a deception check. About 10 minutes later, Dr. Straw comes in. You can do an insight check to see if he is sleeping.
5.
21.
So as soon as you walk in, he's kind of like sitting in the bed, and then he pops down, trying to act like he's sleeping.
Mr. Nocturnal, did you enjoy your evening walk?
What? What are you talking about? Been here the whole time.
Well, I know that's not true because I was up a little bit ago and you were gone.
I sleepwalk a lot. Sleepwalk diarrhea.
Do I believe him about sleepwalking?
It's called.
Roll an insight
It's called.
and roll a deception.
It's called sleep IBS.
I definitely don't believe the diarrhea part, but I
Irritable
might
bowel
believe the
syndrome.
sleepwalking.
We've
Sleepwalking.
established
ahead
that
and do
before.
a deception check.
Sleepwalking IBS. I like that. 23.
Age.
You don't believe anything that's coming out of his mouth.
Sleepwalking IBS.
So
I
earlier
stand
this
by my
evening,
word.
you had diarrhea right before the fight started, and now you're saying that it has continued, and you were sleepwalking to relieve yourself.
Yes. Must be my new diet.
I'll give you an examination in the morning. Obviously, there's something to be concerned about here.
Probably psychological. You can analyze me later.
I pull on a glove.
Big old fat leather glove.
One of Jokester's gloves with the spikes on it.
Don't worry, it won't hurt.
Don't worry, you won't feel a thing till I stick this in your rectum.
This got dark really quickly.
Although I would like to add, Mr. Nocturnal, that I had an interesting evening.
What's that?
Well, unlike having sleep paralysis, diarrhea, I met with your boss this evening,
Oh, yeah?
Lord Maldoon.
That can't be good. What's happening?
I wouldn't say it was bad. He did want us to check out the mill. He said that my services were needed there. And I would say as an olive branch, to keep you in good graces, maybe we should take him up on that request.
What did he ask of you?
Apparently some people there need healing, and they don't have any healer on site.
Sounds fair. I could assist you. Head out first thing in the morning.
That does bring up the question of the ants, but I don't think they were too concerned about it being done quickly.
Put it on the back burner for now.
All right, Mr. Nocturnal. I'm going to turn in for the evening for real this time.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I already was.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
All right. Okay, so you guys go back to sleep.
Go to bed.
Do you go back to your room and go to sleep, or do you do anything?
I'm still wondering where Jokester is, but I figure that'll work itself out in the morning. So, I cautiously go to sleep.
Okay. In the morning, you guys wake up, and what do?
Full rest?
Full rest?
Nice.
I spend about 10 minutes preparing my spells for the day, saying a quick prayer to Phobos.
Okay.
I will,
Roll percents for me, and let me know what you have. Yes.
I will wake up, and I will notice Jokester is still not in his bed.
That is
At
correct.
which point I will gingerly raise myself up to where I am standing on my bed and jump up and down on it repeatedly, doing this motion for approximately 3 to 5 minutes.
Do we
no
hear him?
more, but no less.
Do we hear him in the next
You
room?
can do a perception check.
I rolled a 94, by the way.
Okay.
Both of us.
Yeah.
4.
You don't hear anything. You hear the bustle of the bar downstairs starting
13.
to wake up.
13.
You hear a commotion, but you're just not quite sure what's happening in the other room.
Yoo-hoo!
With your 94, during your prayer to Phobos, you hear, "My child, it's nice to hear you pray. What are your concerns? Do you need assistance?"
My only concern at this moment is making sure that the shrines that I build for you are adequate.
I am sure anything you build will be adequate. Put your heart and soul into it, pray over it, and it will suffice.
I'm standing in the corner of the room like, who the fuck you talking to?
He's just kind of like deep into a meditation. He's not really speaking out loud, but you notice that his well, roll a perception check on him. See how far you do know.
17.
Yeah, you notice that he's deeper into a meditation this time than normal.
Really into that mantra right now.
And there's a slight glow about him that doesn't normally happen.
A slight orange tint.
Like a pregnant sheen.
I have that glow.
So is there any other concerns you have, my child?
Not at the moment.
So be it. And with that, he leaves. But you feel a blessing upon you. So whenever the first encounter comes, you will be blessed. So just like the spell.
Oh, okay.
So, but it won't go away until your first encounter.
Okay.
So, all right. With that, what do you do, gentlemen?
Right, Doctor. Grab some food and get trucking.
We should let the other two know about our new plans.
Do we have to?
We don't have to, but it might make it easier if we had the other two with us.
Well, let's take at least one of them.
I am absolutely okay with that.
Right. Let's go knock on his door.
Burden, we're talking about Burden, right?
Sure.
So you hear a knock upon your door.
Who is it?
Get dressed, Mr. Burden. We're going to have breakfast. And get that lazy slouch out of bed while you're at it.
I fling open the door. You know, funny story about that lazy slouch. He's not in his bed. I don't know where he is.
I'm gonna pop into the room and look for him.
Yeah,
No trace.
he's disappeared.
All of his equipment's gone. Bed looks like it's never been touched.
You son of a bitch! What have you done to Jokester? Where's my juggalo?
Wait. Calm yourself. Calm yourself.
I'm
Trust
calm.
me. If I had done something, there would be traces and evidence around the room.
You can do an insight check if you wish.
See if he's lying.
I kind of believe him, Mr. Nocturnal. There's no way the room would be this clean.
22.
You can tell he's telling the truth. He doesn't have a clue where Jokester went to.
Son of a bitch. I'll use my super detection skills.
Now, you can't see a trace of him.
He didn't even let me roll.
You don't have to. the person
funsies?
the person who covered up behind him, I don't think you can beat.
13.
No.
Damn.
Almost like it's a part of the story.
Damn it.
Oh no, Jokester's gone. Well, gentlemen, let's go have breakfast.
Hey. I get his share of the bacon.
I lost my appetite.
I get his share too.
I miss my buddy.
I miss my carbs.
No carbs and bacon.
Sweet.
Right, let's work our way down.
Okay,
Well,
so you
yeah.
go, you have breakfast.
Go inside the tavern and grab some chairs.
Okay.
Is there
How many?
coffee or something?
Yep, they have coffees, teas.
I'll do coffee in a bear claw.
Okay, so you do coffee, bear claw.
It's an actual bear claw.
Just like I like them.
They kind of take the fur and cut it off and cook it up.
Obviously, you have forgotten yourself, Mr. Nocturnal.
I'm all right.
So, interesting story, Mr. Burden. Last night, I was summoned by Mr. Nocturnal here, boss, Lord Maldoon.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. He wants us to head over to the mill. Apparently, they are in need of my services.
That's amazing. Yeah, I had a pretty interesting night myself.
What was interesting about your night?
I used my left hand.
What you're referring to is the stranger, Mr. Burden.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes.
Do I believe him?
Actually, I think that's where you have to sit on your
Do a
hand.
deception check.
it falls
Burden.
asleep.
Do an insight check, Dr. Straw.
I just assume he has bad circulation.
You got to sit on your hand until it falls asleep and then do it. That's why it's called that.
I have a dirty 20.
Nat 20 plus 6.
You think he's telling the truth?
That's just really gross.
For future reference, Mr. Burden, as much as I enjoy your company, you don't have to share everything with us.
I apologize. I was always taught to tell my doctor everything.
Got you there.
Generally, those types of sessions are when other people are not around, Mr. Burden.
Thank God. Let's go
Fair
with
enough.
that. Let's go with that.
So, are we going to do as... Okay.
Sure, why not?
Let's finish eating and get a move on.
Okay. So, you guys finish your breakfast and heading out towards the logging camp and lumber mill. You know it's to the northwest. If you ask about it, you are told that it's about a day's journey.
It's a trek through the woods, right? Or the forest?
Yeah, through. It's still, this whole area is still very mountainous, very heavily forested. You travel. It's a pretty good road. It's very well packed, not heavily traveled, but it's taken care of very, very well.
If you were the producer, what background would you choose?
Mountains, forest, either one would work.
Gotcha. I was waiting for the thumbs up. He's good now. I'll lead the party.
All right. So, leading the party, you guys it's wide enough you can walk side by side, all three of you.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard.
Ra-ta-ta-ta.
Ra-ta-ta-ta.
So, as you're traveling, if you would roll a perception check.
Guidance.
You can guide me?
Yeah.
$19.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
It would have made a difference, trust me.
Good. After about 4 hours of travel, up ahead you can hear the sounds of heavy wheels on the road. The grinding of the turf underneath very large wagon wheels of some sort. There is a dip up in the road, so you don't quite see what it is yet, but you can definitely hear it coming.
Regulators, disperse, take cover. And I dive off into the bushes.
Okay. Are you trying to hide?
Is there bushes?
Yeah, there's bushes, there's trees, trees of all sizes.
I would
so
also
you can
like
hide.
to
Plenty
hide
of
in the
room.
bushes and
Okay.
to try it stealth.
Yep.
So
I'm trying to hide too.
all of you.
27.
Okay.
Eight.
6.
Y'all must have studied the abridged book of...
We're trying to hide behind the same bush.
So Nocturnal jumps in these small saplings and just disappear. You two are trying to hide behind the same small tree.
Find your own tree, Mr. Burden.
This is mine. Stop it.
When a wagon comes up over the hilltop,
Absolute morons.
it is huge. There's actually 8 wheels on this wagon. It's loaded down with logs, cut timber, lumber. Also is piled high up on this thing. It's being hauled by 18 huge draft horses. The driver is a human. There's also 4 other humans sitting on top of the loads. All of them have crossbows, some swords that you can see, but they're just kind of nonchalantly driving towards the city. As they come up on you, they definitely see you two, and they're just kind of like, y'all all right?
No.
Yeah, we're taking in nature.
Oh, okay. We'll just keep on going then.
Bird watching.
Safe travels.
Same to you.
Actually, I need to come out.
Okay. So you come out and they're like, whoa.
I want to show my Thieves Guild coin.
Okay.
Just showing it to everybody.
We got instructions from Lord Muldoon to go to the lumber yard.
Don't know what you're talking about, sir. Lumberyard doesn't do anything with the Lord Muldoon that I know of.
Gotcha. Just kidding about all that.
Bum, bum, bum,
Let's move on. Have a good day, sir.
Thanks.
We were never here.
And he's nervous and he's starting get the horses going again.
You saw nothing. These aren't the rogues you're looking for.
Well done, Mr. Nocturnal.
That might seem
Kind
like
of
the
shit
thing.
the bed on that one.
Yeah, you might not want to tell everybody you meet you're a part of a secret organization.
How do they recruit then?
My God.
I just planted the seeds. We're growing. Muldoon will bump me up to recruiter next.
Okay, fair enough.
As they're pulling past us, does anything look odd about the transport?
You can do a perception check.
$22.
No, as far as you know, it's perfectly fine. There's a mix of lumber, timber, and actual cut lumber. But past that, you don't. Nothing jumps out at you as out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Let's let them pass and keep moving on.
Oh yeah, they moved on after you broke out the coin and said you were going up there. Like, oh.
Shy people. Obviously introverted, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely, Mr. Nocturnal.
Damn introverts. All right. Let's get moving.
So you continue on.
Guys, where the hell's Jokester? I know we didn't spend a whole lot of time looking for him, but you think he booked it?
He did say that we were holding him back.
Maybe y'all
Crazy.
were.
All right, he probably went off on his own on a weird bender, and he's going to probably pop up at the most inopportune time possible. Foreshadowing?
Maybe. I didn't see any signs of struggle. I'm guessing he left on his own volition. Be sure to look for him when we get back.
Speaking of leaving on his own volition, have either of you two noticed any treacherous doings against the Thieves Guild?
What an odd question, Burden.
Yeah. Little specific there.
We are fairly new to these lands.
I was just curious.
What could we possibly know about treacherous dealings with the Thieves Guild?
I don't know. I since I'm not a part of it, obviously.
And why the sudden concern, Mr. Burden?
I wanted to feel useful. Maybe they could take me in, since I'm the only one who actually stole something.
Yeah, exactly. The only one who stole anything at all.
You make a fair point, Mr. Burden.
Should join up. I'm a recruiter. I'll talk to Muldoon for you. I'll put in a good word.
Thank you. I would appreciate that.
I'll leave out the part where you die every episode.
Not every episode.
Do the math.
Just the majority.
Just most of them.
Which reminds me, do they have health benefits? Dental, vision?
Yeah, let's go.
That will go. Okay.
I am your health benefit.
There you go. That'll work.
I just opened up a Roth IRA.
What percentage are you getting?
That's legit. 5%. 5% they match. Works well.
Let's get to the mill, gentlemen.
Yeah, let's get to the mill.
Let's keep moving.
So you travel on. About sundown, you come to the lumber mill. There's several buildings. One large building is still standing. There's a couple outbuildings that look like they've taken some heavy damage. What appears to be a barn, or used to be a barn, is half damage. Only about half of it still stands.
Is it old, weathering?
No, it just looks like something tore through it. Looks like it took a lot of damage.
Is there any humans or
yeah, you
around?
you see some people working. Some people are working in the pastures, trying to fix those up. It looks like their crops took a heavy hit from something. Looks like something tore through that. And as you're approaching, there's 3 people coming towards you. They do have large axes. They're not aggressive, but they are prepared, and they're walking up to you. And one of them says, "Can I help you, gentlemen?"
Yes, we're looking for a John the Fourth and a Lucy Lawless.
Don't know who-
Xena, I'm sorry.
Oh yes, John and Xena. Yes, they're in the house.
Did you say John Cena?
No, I said John and Xena.
Oh, my mistake. I have selective hearing.
It's Friday night.
John is in the house doing the bookkeeping, and Xena is preparing the next sales. Who may I tell them is asking?
Now. Show your coin now.
I do talk to him about Xena, not me.
Oh, yeah.
I want to attempt to flash my coin without these two seeing it.
Okay. So you flash the coin, and
It's like, yeah, I totally,
you can do
you're
a
on some
sleight
business.
of you can do a sleight of hand, and they can do a perception check to see if they see you do this.
I rolled an 8.
7.
18.
So you catch it, Burden, but Nocturnal does not.
So I kind of like slightly pull out my pocket, just kind of like, and then just slide it back in.
He doesn't seem to recognize the coin. He's kind of, he recognizes the cross on it, the symbol, but he doesn't recognize the coin. So he's like, "Oh, are you a healer?"
Yes, I was told that you were in need of my services.
Yes. They have both come down ill with something, and our normal remedies cannot cure them. So we're hoping somebody could come up here. Apparently, you are the one. So yes, come. I will show them to you. As they bring you up to the house, he explains that they've had some issues. Some of the creatures that live around here have been coming in and basically attacking their structures, their food stores, their gardens. They've never attacked any person. They've broken down the fences, and the livestock would run off, and it's been hampering the business. But they will do their best to keep you safe. They bring you into this large log cabin, house, mansion, actually. The first floor is a huge open floor plan. There's a kitchen in the back. There's a large living area. They're set up like several work areas for desks. You see a sickly-looking human. He's roughly in his 30s or so. He's kind of coughing into a rag, and he's currently writing in a book. And there's a female next to him, and she's looking pretty ill herself, roughly the same age. Both of them are human. And as they approach, one of the men that escorted you in, he's like, this is the doctor, John. This is the doctor. He's come to help you in Xena. And with that, he runs back off outside. And John kind of weakly stands. He says, yes, please, come. He says, you two can help yourself at the kitchen and take seats in the living room or the dining area.
Actually, do you mind if I do some investigating?
Oh, go right ahead.
Can you have one of your men escort me to one of the attack sites?
Absolutely. Kind of calls over. This kid comes over. He goes, take this gentleman outside and bring him to John II. He says, yes, Dad. And he says, come, follow me.
No problem, little
Runs
John.
out the door.
I'll follow.
All right. Burden?
I know that he's probably going to get himself into some sort of trouble, so I'm going to go ahead and stay with the doctor.
Okay. Playing it safe, huh?
I just don't like him.
I work better alone.
Okay, so as he disappears outside, John IV says, are you... Kind of looks at Burden. He says, you can go get yourself a drink or something to eat at the kitchen if you wish.
Sorry, Doctor, they have food. And I rush off to the kitchen.
But,
He says,
okay.
did Lord Muldoon send you?
Yes, I show him the coin.
Yes. Thank goodness. We've sent word to him. We've been expecting somebody. He said you were on the way. He did not explain who, but he said you were on the way. He says, my wife and I became ill about a month ago. We believe it may be magic in nature or something. Natural remedies are not helping us. We're the only two, kind of glances around. He says, we're the only two who work for Lord Muldoon. The rest of the family do not know of our doings. So if you don't spread that around too much, it would be great.
So just to clarify, so John IV is one of the sick people.
Yes.
And Xena is?
Yes.
Okay.
His wife.
And they're both there?
Yes.
Okay. So you two are the only members, and I'm keeping my voice down, members of the Thieves Guild, and you're the only two that fell ill as well.
Yes. Now, about the time we came ill, we were outside, just outside of our pasture area, and it happened just before an attack on us. A large grizzly bear came down through and just tore up things. It's strange, because you would think a creature like that would go for the livestock or the people, but it went for our building. It went for our equipment. It was breaking things, destroying things so we couldn't use it, and then it ran off before we could react. So it takes no damage, and none of us take damage. It's like a hit and run, guerrilla warfare or something.
Bear warfare.
Yes. It's happened with birds. It's happened with a large herd of deer.
Is he taking your picnic baskets? Oh, wait, I'm not there.
Hey, boo-boo.
Sorry. I'm not in the room. Edit that out.
Did you sustain any injuries?
Only the feeling of becoming sick.
I would like to examine you if you would consent to that.
We would both consent to that.
Okay, so I'll examine them.
Okay.
Medicine, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Natural 1 for 7.
Okay. So you're looking at them. Yeah, they're sick. Yep. They're sick.
I don't let on that I have no clue what's going on. I'm like, You could just lift your arm up. In the sun. Okay, now the other
do a
one.
deception. Oh, you probably succeed.
No. 4.
They got a 3. So you succeed in deceiving them like you have a clue.
And so you've had this feeling of illness for the last month, you said.
Yes, it's getting worse, but we don't feel to the point where our lives are at risk, but we don't want to take the chance either.
I'm going to hold my symbol of Phobos, and I'm going to cast Detect Magic
Okay.
to see if there's anything magical in the area.
Okay.
And the range on that is 30 feet.
Okay.
So I can sense magic 30 feet around me.
So the building itself has a light glow to it. Some of the ledgers that he was working on have a glow to it. The dagger he has on glows brightly. And the amulet that she wears around her neck glows brightly. Past that, nothing.
Okay, so, and I look at Xena then, I'm like, that is quite a nice necklace you have there. How long have you had that?
Since our wedding, about 7 years ago.
Quite a nice gift.
Thank you.
All right, so I've been sick for a month, and there have been strange animal attacks. About how frequent are the attacks?
About the time we get everything fixed, things start growing again, start doing the logging again. Our last shipment we just sent down to Silver Point. I don't know what we're going to do after that.
I'm going to attempt something. This may or may not work,
Okay.
but I think it's worth a shot. So I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on John.
Okay. All right. And it works. Clears him up. He becomes healthy again. He's like, thank you. That is amazing. Thank you very much. He says, can you do that for my wife also?
Absolutely, and I'll cast it again for her.
She also heals up. Thank you. Thank you. We owe a great debt to you. Lord Maldoon said he will pay you handsomely when you get back. But we also owe you a great debt. So, for the stay here, we'll make you as comfortable as possible. What is ours is yours. And he hands you a small coin bag. He says, I can offer you this. It's not much, but it's something.
It is appreciated.
And with that, he says, if you need anything, let us know. We got to doctor some books, and then we'll give you our undivided attention if you need it.
Once I get the rest of the group with me, we would like to see where the first attack happened when you started to feel ill.
Absolutely. He says, our son took your other comrade out there to investigate that.
Okay.
And with that,
Real quick.
yes,
I know I went to the kitchen for some food.
yes, there's much there.
Did kind of want to see if I heard any of that. You know,
Do a
just
perception
keep
roll.
tabs.
Yeah, do a perception roll.
13.
You can make out that they're talking, but you can't hear exactly what they're saying.
Oh, fair enough.
Their voices were a little hushed.
Was the food good at least?
Food is excellent.
That'll work.
They don't have any ales, but they do have milks and juices.
Ooh, I do like milk and juices. Not together.
So while this is going on, Knockturnall, you are led outside by the little boy, who runs to the field where they're trying to replant and salvage some plants that have been destroyed. And the little boy runs up to this elderly man. He says, "Oh, Grandpapa, this scary man wants to talk to you." And with that, he runs off, and this older man, human, about 70, stands up, looks at you and says, "Good evening to you, sir." He says, "How may I help you?"
I'm here to investigate the attacks.
"Ah, well, that was quick. We just sent the last load down to see if somebody would come and help with this. Nobody's replied to the job board."
I was sent here from my boss just to investigate to see what was happening.
Show your coin. I'm not there, but show your coin.
He says, I'm glad you're here." He says, "Yes, let me show you around. This is our garden." He says, "The last attack was 2 days ago. It was quite strange. It was 3 black bears. They tore apart our sheds, our garden, our food stores. They broke into the sawmill itself and destroyed some of our equipment in there.
Did they consume any of the food?
No, they just destroyed it. They scattered it across the ground.
Those bears are dicks.
Yes, they are. They attacked no livestock, though they broke the fence down. They attacked no people. When we started to run after them with axes, they ran away. But
Interesting.
the damage was done. And he shows you 3 outbuildings. One looks like it was a tool shed. A lot of the tools, axes and saws and stuff like that for normal logging. The handles have been broken. The blades have been bent. You know, it looked like they were on a mission to stop whatever was happening here.
I'd like to use my super investigative powers.
Okay.
Yep,
Eight.
that's on.
All right. Yep. The buildings are broken. The tools are broken. There's still some food that wasn't salvageable that's laying on the ground.
Find any tracks?
The ones that you can't miss, yep, you can find them. You can see the claw marks.
Definitely bears.
He's like, "Yes, 3 black bears. Yes."
Yeah. I figured that out.
He says they came down from the north and they left southeast.
Different direction.
Yes,
Interesting.
it's weird.
They seem highly intelligent for some reason.
Or driven.
Possibly. I'll
But
go
you are
back.
more than welcome to investigate whatever you need or want to. When you're ready to settle down for the night, because, you know, the sun has gone down, I wouldn't suggest you walk out in the woods too far. It's easy to get lost up here.
Nocturnal's afraid of nothing.
Okay, sir. I must get back to work. If there's anything else I can assist you with, please let me know.
We're good. And you're Little John.
I am John the Second.
Little John. Gotcha. Or is it Little Wayne? Little John Wayne. I'll be seeing you around.
Okay. Walks off. You hear him say to the other guy, that man's strange.
I heard that.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Some people. No tact.
But very honest.
I like to go round up these guys.
Okay. You get back inside, and about the time Dr. Straw finishes up with the two sick people, and you see Burden over in the kitchen just eating and drinking and having fun.
Sounds about right.
What do you do?
Guys, huddle up. Closer. Seems we got a couple of bears coming through, destroying everything.
Is that a euphemism, Mr. Nocturnal?
No, it's actual bears.
Oh.
Not that kind of bear.
And you were able to detect this?
Jesus Christ. Yes.
You did say close.
He's got excellent investigative skills.
Or so he says.
Right.
To be fair, it'd be kind of hard to miss bears.
Personal space. Personal space, please. Further. Further.
Any further, I'll be off camera.
That's fine. Further. So what's strange is the bears attack from the north, and then the left, to the southeast. We need to hunt them down. Track them tomorrow.
So they came from the north and they headed to the southeast. That is interesting.
That's what Little John said.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was he guarding a river?
As you guys are discussing this, the rest of the family starts filing in through the door. There's about 15, 20 of them. The ones that catch your eyes are a couple of them that you would have to guess are probably well in their hundreds. They're all humans except for a couple of the females. A couple of the females look half elven. But past that, they're all human. And
Not yet, Burden.
the oldest gentleman comes forward and kind of looks at your group. He says, I have been informed you're here to assist with ailments and with our other issues of the attacks. Is this correct?
Yes.
It's good.
The face of the party. Well done. For the A-team.
We have assisted John and Xena. Are there any other ill among you?
No, they seem to be the only two that had fallen ill. It was really strange. Happened just before a grizzly bear attack about a month ago.
It's amazing they both fell ill at the same time during the attack?
Just before the attack.
I found that interesting as well, Mr. Burden.
What are you thinking, Doctor? They were cursed?
All I know is that my healing abilities from my Lord Phobos was able to assist them. So I suspect it was either a disease or some sort of curse.
Interesting.
Yes, provocative. I can use big words too.
Hello, extraordinary comrades. Knockturnall here, founder of the Truth and Fairness Coalition. Just a reminder, if you like what you see here, please consider liking and subscribing, and find us across all the social media platforms, and exclusive content on Patreon. Now, back to our program.
He says, well, my name is John. I am the Elder John. This is my brother over here is Octavia. He He and I started this logging community about 80 years ago. And our families have stayed here and logged here, turned the logs into lumber and sold them down to the south. The only people that we have ever encountered in these mountains, these forests, was a druid, but we have not seen him for 40 years. We've done what he asked us, so I have no belief that it would be him that's causing this issue, if he is even still alive. Like I said, it's been so long since we've seen him.
What did he ask of you?
For us not to strip the land naked of trees, for us to rotate our harvesting and to replant. And we have done all of this. We do not wish to harm the mountains and the forests. We do not wish to disrupt nature any more than what we have to.
These attacks appear to be in retaliation to something.
That is all we can figure. Something doesn't want us here. Maybe we've come too close to something. I do not know.
That was my next question. Have there been any changes to your either organization or your methods within the last month?
No changes within our organization. We have started to log in a new location. But my grandsons, they had seen nothing that would lead us to believe that it would be that area. But I am not certain that it isn't. I do not know.
What direction is that area from here?
It will be northeast of here. What does that mean, sir?
Oh, that means that's probably where we should start our investigation.
Oh, okay.
But they went to the southeast.
They came from the bears came from the north and headed southeast.
Yeah, we don't want to go where they went. We want to go where they came from, because that would be the source.
We should probably examine both, but I do agree with you, Mr. Burden.
Yes. Not to step on your toes, great detective.
Be easy to track where they went, not where they came from. They clearly won't be there. Dumbass.
I hate you.
We should examine both areas. If you wish to start in the southeast, I'm not opposed to that.
That's where I'd put my money.
5 gold?
5 gold.
I'm not getting involved with that. Foolish for me.
The Elder John just kind of watches as you guys are making the bet. Would you like to join us for dinner?
Yeah.
We appreciate your hospitality.
I appreciate you coming and assisting us with our troubles.
Yeah. Where's the booze?
We do not drink alcohol up
I hate it here.
I love it here.
Since we have fresh milk and fresh juice.
It's really good, too.
It's a good thing I brought my own.
Do you have any aged juice? Where it's been sitting in jugs for weeks or months?
We do have some fermented juice, but I would not suggest drinking it.
Better luck next time.
Now, these half-elven women, how long have they been handling wood?
They attack you.
He says, all the women here, except for the children, are married to my sons and my grandsons, and my brother's sons and his grandsons.
If you want to tie them up outside and use them for bait, I'm good
I'd
with
like
that.
to try to persuade him that it was all just a joke.
Now, my daughters and my granddaughters, on the other hand, there are some available. if they so should choose you. And if not, I would suggest you not to force yourself onto anybody here.
That will not be a problem, I can guarantee you that.
Do I hear any banjos playing in the background?
No, you don't hear any banjos. But as he had spoken this, you have seen a couple of the guys just kind of like home in on him, like,
About to
he's
hear
one to keep
taps.
a watch on.
I'm frisky.
So with that, they sit down at this long table that can fit a whole lot of people. The meal consists of meats, both wild that was harvested and both grown. They got vegetables, some fruits, some homemade cheeses, of course the milk and the juice. And of course they do have water if you so wish to have water.
Yes, that's my
Ed.
favorite.
Water.
Water.
With that, there's some conversation going on. An elderly gentleman comes up to your party, kind of pulls up a chair, sits as close to the center as possible of you guys, and says, So, what do you call yourselves?
That is
This was a difficult question. So,
an excellent question.
well, let me.
I believe
let me-
Mr. Nocturnal had a name.
Yeah, I don't remember.
The Truth and Justice Foundation for
Confederation.
Confederation.
That's the one.
Oh,
The Truth and Fairness Society.
the Truth and Fairness Society.
Yeah.
He's changing it.
That's the one.
That's
Could be different every time.
interesting name.
Makes me think it's not a real thing.
This is
Yeah, we're for short.
I will try to remember this.
Let's call us TJS.
Fairly new.
This is where do you guys come from? I have not seen attire like this before.
We've been around quite a while.
A very cosmopolitan city.
We might come from different worlds, but it's not really different worlds, but it might be, but not.
Mr. Burden, we come from a city, not nearby, don't we?
Roll deception check, both of you.
Morons.
Uh, 22.
11.
Okay. So he kind of believes you, kind of doesn't believe you, he's confused.
I apologize. I'm drunk on juice.
He's, says, so, I need to go talk to my wife. He gets up and walks off.
You don't want to keep her waiting.
With that, the meal finishes up. The elder John stands. He says, Gentlemen, he says, most of us are going to go to bed. If you wish, there are beds upstairs prepared for all three of you. If you wish to sleep elsewhere, you may.
Wait,
Yes.
bed for all three of us or three different rooms?
Well, it's one big room, and there's three different beds.
Oh, thank God.
Can we
Wait.
push the beds together?
I'm going to hang out down here for the night. For unrelated reasons.
If you wish, my sons are off limits.
No, nothing like that. No.
I read you wrong, but that it's okay.
I just need to see if it was possible.
You do you. It's okay.
Okay,
Just as far as I know, none of my family is this way. But
Yeah,
it's okay.
No, I am not that way either. But I have plenty of friends that are.
We're not judging, sir.
Okay.
We're not judging.
Yeah.
This will go over well.
And with that, they disperse and go upstairs. A few of them linger downstairs.
I'll hang out downstairs and try to keep a watch.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm gonna stay with Nocturnal for a minute.
Okay.
I'm heading upstairs and going to sleep in my nice private accommodations.
It's not private. They're all sleeping upstairs. It is one massive bedroom. There is no privacy.
I still get my own bed, right?
Yes.
Okay, that'll
You do have
that'll
your own
work.
bed.
Yeah, that's fine.
So everyone in the household sleeps in the same room?
Yes. And yes,
So it's
they
like
are,
a bunkhouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And they're partaking in nightly activities.
And I'm
That's awkward.
Staying downstairs?
going to sleep. Good night, everybody.
Have fun, Mr. Burton, but not too much fun.
Good night, John Boy.
I knew that was coming. So,
Surprised no one said it yet.
do a perception roll, the two of you downstairs.
10.
This is awful. I need to switch dice. Natural 1 for 5.
Ow!
All right. So, so far the evening's going pretty quiet. You don't see or hear anything. Typical wildlife outside that you hear. Owl.
Am I able to perceive anything from upstairs
While you're sleeping, or before you slept.
before I sleep?
You could try.
Dirty 20.
Okay. From what you see up here, it's the family. Nightly activities are going on.
Are there curtains that like separate individual areas, or is it just all open?
It's an open bay.
Some of them have like sheets or furs draped over their bed area haphazardly, so you don't see everything on some of them. Some of them just don't care.
So I'm downstairs with a Nocturnal. Mr. Nocturnal, I think, and I'm going to whisper this to him, I think we're in a cult. Don't you think this is awkward?
It's pretty much been awkward this whole time. Like,
More awkward than usual.
Oh. Yeah. It's like hillbilly elves or something.
There is something I want to bring to your attention. Earlier when I was treating John and Xena, because we know that John was working on some of the ledgers, right?
Mm-hmm.
For
You say
the
John Cena again.
da, 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 da. When I was assisting Xena and John, I noticed, first of all, John and Xena are the two that are members of your guild. I'm having this conversation quietly, or I'm attempting to.
Right.
The ledgers that John is working on are magical. I thought maybe you would want to take a look at those at some point. You don't have to. But considering they're your guild members and they're working with magical ledgers, I thought that was interesting.
That is interesting. I could probably investigate that later. Give everyone some time. Fall asleep.
What do you make of this whole bear attack situation?
Honestly, do I know anything about druids at this point?
You've heard in passing about druids. You don't know a whole lot about them. You know their nature. They're derived around nature. Most of their magic's derived around it. Past that, you really don't know much about them.
So I heard of druids in passing. I don't know much about them.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're like nature bound. But not sure who's behind the attacks.
I find it interesting that this druid individual was okay with them logging. Now, I understand that he had put in place some restrictions, but it still seems interesting.
Is it possible the bears have incredibly high intelligence, or they're being controlled?
Do we know that druids can wild shape?
No.
No?
You
No.
wouldn't know that yet.
Maybe these druids have some form of communication with the animals.
Possible. Find out more in the morning.
Somebody comes visit you in your bed, Burden.
Yes.
One of the daughters.
Well, hello.
Prepare for disappointment.
Prepare for cringe.
Let's hope the bats don't leave the cave early.
That only happened 5 or 6 times.
Be a great time for a Hims commercial.
Quit interrupting the story. Let him go or he's going to go with it.
Sorry, yeah.
Please, continue.
Or not. That's fine too.
She goes, "You look lonely."
Oh, yes, I'm very, very lonely.
Good.
So lonely.
Maybe I can join you.
Well, I suppose so.
Lovely. And she crawls in the bed with you. You can do a performance check if you want.
Thank God I got a +6 on that.
7.
18.
Oh, not bad.
All right, so you do a marvelous job. The two of you downstairs.
Notice
You're
the disruption
the-
in the force.
You are the last two. Everybody else has gone up to bed. You do know that there is 1 or 2 people outside doing kind of like a patrol. They're just checking on things. Then they come back inside and they get something to munch on or a drink and they go back outside.
Is there any furniture down here that you could sleep on, like a couch?
Yeah, there's several couches. There's several piles of furs. There's plenty of stuff that you can sleep on.
Zebra hide?
No zebra hide.
Damn.
To be honest with you, Nocturnal, I am not going upstairs tonight. I'm going to stay down here and sleep.
Good luck with that. While everyone's gone, before you do that, can you keep watch? I'm gonna try to go through the ledgers.
I'm going to tell him where I saw them and describe what they look like.
Okay.
Sure, Mr. Nocturnal, I will keep watch.
All right.
So I'm going to look around while he's...
So you go over to the desk.
I want to use my super investigation skills.
I'm going to cast guidance before he walks away.
Okay. Roll an investigation.
13.
Okay. They're easy enough to find. They're not really hidden. They have no concern of people looking at them. Really, you can tell that the desks aren't locked. Nothing's hidden. So you find the ledgers, open it up.
Notice any anomalies?
As far as you can tell, everything adds up. But you can't tell that these books are magic. Nothing appears out of the ordinary to you.
Ledgers add up.
Exactly. Put everything back nice and neat.
Okay.
How I found it.
All right. So you put it all back nice and neat.
Investigate a little bit more
Okay.
around the area.
Do another investigation check.
14.
Okay. Nothing else that you find. Nothing out of place as far as you can tell. The small sack that he gave you, there's 10 gems inside of it.
Okay.
So with that, about time you're finishing up your investigation, Dr. Straw let you know that the two guys outside are walking this way.
Look up here. Gotcha. Go jump on the couch and lay down.
Okay, so you guys lay down for the night. Night goes by quietly. Nothing happens?
Well, I wouldn't say nothing.
So nothing happened.
Nothing downstairs happened. Upstairs, something happened.
Got any penicillin in your magic bag of tricks
Roll
there?
20 for me, Burden.
Gotta see how much it's gonna sting
I'm gonna do it the old stranger.
when he pees.
17.
Okay.
Burns a lot.
As you're getting up in the morning, you see a couple of the older guys are just kind of like looking at you, looking at her.
She's pregnant already.
You're like, And as the elder John walks by, he says, "You and I will need to have a discussion."
About your wedding.
I would like that very much, Dad.
Maybe we'll need this discussion sooner than what I thought. Interesting. Okay.
Gonna be a crossbow wedding.
Wait a minute, I'm just realizing something. I think I might be in trouble.
It's a nice day for a white wedding.
So, breakfast is being made and served. Eggs, some bacon, some freshly cooked bread, and some vegetables and a little bit of fruits.
Would you say that the eggs are fertilized?
No, they're not actually.
Shooting blanks.
Oh my goodness.
Why? I'm missing the Dallas game for this. You sons of bitches.
So what would you like to do after breakfast?
Well, I don't know about you fellas, but I suddenly have the need to just leave this place altogether and never return.
But we need to get tracking to the southeast.
So you guys start heading off to the
We had a long
southeast.
rest, right?
Yes.
Yep.
The sky is overcast. It is light rain.
Light rain, you say?
Yes, light rain. You guys get down to
Back in the forest.
yes, back in the forest.
So there's light rain in the forest.
Jesus
Exactly.
Christ.
What would you like to do when you get down there?
I'll lead the way. See if I can find some footprints.
Do an investigation,
Some tracks. How about survival instead?
if you wish.
Yes.
It's okay.
Guidance.
Survival's better. $16.
Okay. You see a track of a bear. You don't see all three, but you do pick up a track of what you would assume is a black bear.
Guys, huddle around. Close enough. Found a track. We're heading in the right direction.
Okay.
Keep your eyes.
Excellent job, Mr. Nocturnal.
Yeah, not bad. Lead on.
I'm the world's greatest detective after all.
Sure you are.
So you follow it for about 3 miles, and you come to a clearing. Around this clearing, there are these large stones, about 10 feet tall, 3 to 4 feet wide, and about foot and a half thick. And the tracks just disappear. Inside this field, you see rabbit, you see deer, you see several different types of birds.
Stonehenge.
No, it doesn't quite look like Stonehenge, but you know, it kind of resembles the same type of situation. You do see animals like wolves and bears also inside this field. They seemed all to be getting along, minding their own business, doing their own thing.
It's like a goddamn Disney cartoon around here. The fuck is this shit? You guys seeing this?
Do the birds like land on Mr. Nocturnal and start whistling?
Well,
And
you guys are still outside the field. You haven't passed through the line of stones yet. The field is about a half mile in diameter. The stones are about every 30 or 40 feet.
what do you make of these stones, Mr. Nocturnal?
Not sure. Look kind of like Easter Island or something.
Well, there's only one way we can be sure.
Burden, lead the way.
No, after you, fearless leader. Yes, I bow down to your command, and I will follow in your footsteps.
I am the fearless leader.
Yes.
Let's move on through.
Okay. So, move on through. Roll a perception check for me.
Can I guide him on that one?
Yeah. 12. All right. You notice that some of the animals have kind of turned towards you and they're kind of watching you enter. How far in do you go?
It's a few feet in.
Okay. You go a few feet in. They kind of watch you a little bit. They don't really do much of anything else. They're kind of like watching you as you're watching them.
Doctor, you seen what I'm seeing?
They do seem to be paying attention.
It's very strange. Do you detect magic? Or something?
There is a short range. I wouldn't mind attempting it while we walk, because it does last for an hour.
See if you can sense something. Something feels off.
All right, I'll cast Detect Magic.
Okay. The stones glow very brightly.
10 minutes, I'm sorry. The last 10 minutes.
What was that?
The stones are glowing very brightly. And one of the wolves that approaches you starts to glow and then turns into a gnome.
We all see it?
Yep. He comes pattering up. You don't see the glowing. Only he sees the glowing part. He comes pattering up. He's wearing loose-fitting furs. His hair's kind of wild. His eyes are deep green. He wears fur boots. He's got a couple of daggers on him that you can see, and a spear in his hand.
Are the daggers or the spear glowing?
The spear is glowing. The daggers are not. He comes up. He says, "Who are you, and what are you doing here?"
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Do you take out a dagger?
No, just kind of put my hand on it.
Okay.
On the side.
As you're doing that, he kind of lowers the spears a little bit. He says, "What are you doing here?"
Investigating.
"What are you investigating?"
Looking for some bear tracks. Did you just turn from wolf to whatever the hell you are now?
"Yes, I am a gnome. Do you not know these things?"
David?
"My name is not David."
Damn. It's worth a shot.
That was a swift response, Mr. Nocturnal.
I like that. I like that. That's good.
Well done. How did you change like that?
Kind of brings the spear up again. "Do you not know about druids?"
Enlighten me.
"It's part of our abilities. We can change into animals."
No kidding.
"No kidding.
I've seen the movie Underworld. I know a little bit about this.
Underworld. Oh, I'm not from the underworld.
What about Kate Beckinsale?
I
You know,
do not
she's a
where this
vampire in
place
real
is."
life. I dated her for a while. She fed on hobos, but mostly my ego. sorry.
I thought we were
That's
gonna,
like a banquet.
I thought we were going to keep the real life stuff out of this.
He kind of looks at you guys.
The people love pop culture humor. It'll be fine.
How is a vampire walking? You say vampire fed upon you? You are not a vampire, or are you a vampire?
No, she
He
fed on
lowers his spears a little bit.
She fed on my ego only.
She's an ego vampire.
So,
That one, yeah.
He didn't have anything else to feed her anyways.
you're a strange bunch.
That'll generate some hate.
Why are you tracking bears?
We're looking for a bear that's destroying the what am I talking about?
The lumber mill.
Lumber yard, sawmill,
It's a mill.
whatever.
Why would bears be attacking them?
That's what we're trying to find out.
I do not know of anything of attacking them. They are not my bears. You can go elsewhere.
Do you know of any other druids that are in association with black bears around here?
Druids. Let's see. There'd only be one other druid. He would be to the north. Quite a ways to the north. A very unsavory fellow. He doesn't like visitors. He's not as friendly as I am. He won't like you coming to his land.
Nice. With all due respect, the tracks we followed led us here.
Okay, you're in the woods. Where's the bear supposed to go?
He's got a point.
That means the bears come here. Do they shit here as well?
Well, of course they do. Where else would they shit?
I think what he means is, have any bears come through here recently?
2 days ago.
Well, if you want to be technical, yeah, I had a bear come through here about 2 days ago.
Did you bang the bear?
Why
what
would
this
I
is
bang
about?
a bear? Because I can turn into an animal? You think
Exactly.
I do animals?
Bear style.
Your friend needs help. No, I did not bang the bear.
He just likes Halson.
Oh, I see.
Nice name drop. We're tracking the bear. If you don't mind, we won't harm your land, but we would like to continue tracking.
Now, you said it led here. You probably won't find his tracks. Because I do not let tracks appear until they leave about a mile out is when you would see them again. So you coming across his tracks again would probably be next to none. And it's raining.
But you did say that there was another druid
North.
up north, northeast area,
Yes.
where I had originally suggested that we go.
Well, then you can go.
Cool.
I won't stop you.
Thank you. I appreciate
He
it.
won't like you.
What is your name, good sir?
What is your name?
Dr. Brandon Straw.
Never heard of you. Where you come from?
We came from the south, right?
Yeah.
From a city down south.
The dwarves. You come from the dwarven cities?
That is where we currently reside, yes.
Ah. Well, I guess you're okay then. I am Ivy. Poison Ivy.
Poison ivy, you say?
Yes.
Interesting. I had an
No.
encounter with a poison ivy once. She gave me a rash so bad that I had to hire a bunch of Asian scientists to try to fix it with some experimental bat virus.
You've had a really bad life, haven't you?
Yeah. There were some side effects, but I believe they worked out for the best.
Is that why you wear a mask?
Yes, that's where I got my superpowers.
Is that why you wear a mask?
No, I just wear it for,
So you're both ugly. Okay.
Let me put on my bear costume and you can go to town on my rectum later.
I will take this off right now to prove that I am handsome.
Wouldn't you suffocate, Mr. Burton?
No, it's really just for raves.
I learn something new about you every day, Mr. Burden.
Let's go to the north.
This
Poison.
other druid fellow, what is his name? Or their name?
Oh, I don't want to give you his name. Nope, he'd get very upset with me.
I would
Nope.
like to try to persuade him to give us his name.
You can try.
Guidance.
Sweet.
Are you just trying to persuade, or are you actually using a spell of some sort?
No, I'm just trying to persuade.
Okay.
The spell comes next. 24.
All right. He goes, oh, I don't know. Let's see. I guess I will tell you.
We'd appreciate it. It would keep us from coming back here ever again.
It goes by Black and Oak.
I got nothing, guys.
Black and Oak?
Yes, Black and Oak. His domain, there's a bunch of black oak trees. You can't miss it.
That explains the name.
To the north.
You're a bright fellow, ain't you?
Well, more of a caramel complexion, but thank you.
I wasn't going by skin tone, but
Oh.
okay. I think you need to find some better people. You
He-
travel with ugly, not so intelligent people.
They have some issues that we're working through. It's a process.
Ah, so that's why you travel with them. You're here to help them. Ah,
Absolutely, Mr. Poison Ivy.
2 seconds away from taking this mask off. 2 seconds.
1, 2. Ah, didn't do it. You have a nice day. And he turns back into a wolf.
That was an odd fellow.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That was disturbing.
I was going to ask the gentleman about his stones, but maybe it's for the best.
I saw his butthole when he turned back into the wolf. Let's get the hell out of here.
I'm starting to think that was on purpose.
Wait, why were you looking at his butthole?
It's impossible not to see it. It was like a cat.
They lift their tail.
Could have had his tail down.
No, it's definitely up. Like a really disgusting starfish. Awkward. Get the hell out of here.
Let's continue our
Moving
journey.
on.
Let's go to the north.
Okay, so you guys
My
start
God.
tracking north. The rain gets heavier. You get, you pass the logging camp. You go about 4 or 5 miles, and the storm becomes intense. Serious thunderstorm, downpour of rain, starting to get hard to see things.
What time of day is it?
It's about 3 in the afternoon by the time you get to this point.
It's pretty dark now.
Yeah, it's getting dark because of the storm. Hmm.
Guys, we're not be able to find anything right now. We need to hunker down. Let the storm pass.
What if it doesn't pass?
Then we're fucked.
Okay,
Thanks for stating the obvious.
you're welcome. Let's hunker down then.
Let's find a nice spot. Try to hunker down.
Do either survival or perception check to see if you can't find one.
Guidance.
$17.
Okay. You find a good spot, a couple of fallen trees, gives pretty good shelter. These trees are about 10, 15 feet in diameter. So it gives you quite a bit of shelter where the two of them are laying close together. You can actually start a fire, and if you so wish, you
Yeah.
protected from the wind.
Let's do that.
Okay. So you start a fire. You guys doing a watch? You guys going to sleep? What you guys doing?
Let's warm up our hands for now.
Okay.
I'm assuming we're getting cold.
Yeah, you're a little chilled.
This leather doesn't work too good when it gets wet. My crotch is on fire. Calm down.
Doctor.
Not that kind of fire.
Speaking of which, how was your evening last night, Mr. Burden?
Oh, let me tell you.
Please don't. So anyway, Mr. Nocturnal.
What's going on, Doc?
Let's just
It is a morbid curiosity of mine. These are the kind of questions I normally would ask.
let's just say nobody had to do an acrobatics check last night, if you know what I mean.
Wink, wink. So we're never going back to this lumberyard again, I'm guessing?
Probably not. No. Oh, it's yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. How was you guys' night?
Uneventful.
Uneventful.
Oh, fair enough. So we're just out here for... What reason are we out here again?
Tracking down bears.
Yeah, but...
Keep up with the story.
The reason that we're here, Mr. Burden, is that I was asked to medically assist the individuals in this area.
Which, correct me if I'm wrong, you've done.
Yes. But there could be other causes to their illness, which is why we're continuing to investigate.
Fair enough. So you pretty much were asked to do something and you're following through with it.
The way that I see it, Mr. Burden, is that if we assist Mr. Nocturnal's guild, that would give us an inn in the city, which would grant us more power. And with power comes other benefits.
Responsibilities.
With great power. No, let's not do that. Shut up. So let's get warm by the fire. Try to wait out the storm.
Okay. So, after your brief discussion, you guys going to sleep? Or are you guys staying up all night? What are you doing?
Wait a few hours, see what happens.
Yeah, it's still early. I don't feel like sleeping.
Storm continues on.
Raging on.
What time is it now?
You go for about 5 o'clock. Storm is still pretty strong. Almost seems like the rain's coming straight down.
I knew it.
The wind isn't blowing. The storm seems to have intensified a little bit.
Interesting.
We don't know these lands very well. This could be normal.
I wish there was some way we could find out if this was natural.
What do you suggest, Mr. Burden?
I don't know. Maybe someone could check to see if this was magical of some sort.
All right, I'll do it.
As much as I can detect magic, there is a limited range. So if something magical is causing this, it could be out of range.
So what? Someone would have to do like a check on the nature or something?
I'm gonna look around. Does anything seem weird about the storm?
It seems just like a severe thunderstorm. You know, the only strange thing that you're picking up is there's next to no wind.
This rainstorm's here to stay.
What is the cloud cover like? Is it just in our general area, or is it like the whole sky is covered?
No, it goes as far as you can see.
I don't think that this is caused by, natural means.
What is your evidence that this is unnatural?
No wind. Storms naturally move with wind currents.
It's true. They could dissipate as well.
True. But that's towards the end of a rainstorm. Actually, this is actually geologically factual. But...
Please, enlighten us about your geological facts.
Well, I'm just saying, storms normally move with the air currents. The only time it dies down and it falls straight like this is towards the end of a storm. This storm has not let up.
Were you a meteorologist in your universe too, Mr. Burden?
No, it was more of a hobby. There was this weather girl, and, well, you know, one thing led to another.
So what you're saying is during these encounters, she found it more interesting to talk about the weather than whatever activities you were engaged in.
Why would I be concerned with what she was engaged with? I digress. I picked up a thing here or there.
You would have had to.
I'm sure she did too.
Gentlemen, my suggestion is that we wait out the storm and see what things look like in the daylight.
I agree.
All right, but I got 5 gold says that this thing ain't letting up anytime soon.
Do you want to take first watch, Mr. Nocturnal?
I'll take first watch.
Fair enough.
I am nocturnal after all.
I'm just going to meditate for like 10 minutes and then go to bed.
Okay. So, do your perception check.
15.
Okay. Your watch goes good. Who does second watch?
I'll take the second watch.
Do a perception roll.
All right, brother. Good night.
Good nighty.
Catching some Z's.
You catch all those Z's before they get away.
That's right.
Better than catching a disease.
19.
All right. Your shift goes well. Doctor.
Third watch. Not rolling the orange one. You said perception?
Yes.
Dirty 20.
All right. Coming to the end of your watch, the rain stops. The sun starts to rise. It's still kind of gloomy. And you have the sense something is watching you. You don't see anything, but you can feel the eyes watching you.
In the area that we're in, there's tree cover, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
There's
it
a lot
could
of
be
tree cover. Mhm.
It could be anywhere. All right, I'm not going to let on that I suspect anything's going on until they wake up.
All right. You guys wake up. It's sunrise. About 6:30 in the morning. Rain has stopped.
Would you like to revise your theory, Mr. Burden?
She lied to me, and I hand over 5 gold.
Probably lied about a lot of things.
I'm going to lean in and whisper. I don't know, but I suspect that we're being observed. I don't see anything, but something feels off.
Something in them trees.
I'd like to whisper back. Maybe I can put on some sort of performance while old investigator here goes and investigates.
Like a distraction?
Bingo. That's the stuff. Now you're on the trolley.
Sounds like a plan.
Hey, I thought of a plan. Who would have guessed? All right. So I'm going to start a nice big performance of dancing and flexing and just doing all of the poses that I can.
And making all of nature nauseous.
I'm going to cast guidance on Burden.
All right. Do a performance.
$23.
All right. Are you sneaking off during this performance, Nocturnal?
Yep.
Do a stealth.
Well done, Mr. Burden.
Why, thank you.
16.
Okay. You sneak off into the shadows, and we will leave it there for this episode.
Uh-oh.
Very well.
So,
All right.
Hit the mark. Thank God I had to piss. Horribly.
so with that, I will bid everyone a good day. Thank you for watching Super Cringe Roleplay, and until next time.
Till next time.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.